here with head coach Angela Mooney, coming off a 4-set win over Nicholls. First of all, just talk a little bit about your team's resilience. I feel like we've talked about it a lot, but it's just something that stands out.
I don't think at the first set that it wasn't that we played poorly. I think we just weren't scoring points with our serve, and we weren't serving as aggressively as we have in maybe the last couple of sets. And so we talked a little bit about that we have to point score. We can't just side out, and there was too much side out until we got into the 20s, and then we were scoring. We went from scoring 3 points with our serve in the first 20 points to we were at 8, 9, 10, 11 in the last 15 points of the set. And so it was about just being more aggressive with our first contact with the serve. But again, we had been in that situation before. We called that timeout, and I just said, guys, we've been down even farther than this, and we've come back. And they were like, yeah, we have, and we just looked each other in the eyes and said, we can do this, and taking 1 point at a time. And it wasn't enough, but we had enough momentum to take us into the rest of the match.
If you want to talk a little bit about Kate Blazingham, today, it just seemed like when you guys needed a point, she found a spot. It wasn't necessarily a powerful kill, but she knew how to get a point. And just talk about the importance of that in this match.
For sure, I think that's one of her best qualities is that she has a wide range of shots and a really good shot selection. And so we talked about using the outside hitter or the right side hitter's block over and over again down the line as we were preparing for scout. And we were struggling getting the set to the pin, and so the hitters weren't able to do that, but she was able to get her feet to the ball and just shot the ball right over to right back over and over again. Nicholls is running a 6-2, and so it was either putting them out of system or some of the times it was scoring. And she just had a really great night putting the ball in the right places and really just creating chaos on their side.
You guys really just, it seemed like, and I asked Madison this too, they would have a 3 or 4 point run and you guys always had an answer. What is there anything specific you guys try to go to, or what is your plan, when you really need a point?
You know what, I think it's just taking that 1 point at a time, and we really focus on it and we really believe it. And so yes, there is a run, but I think they don't need me to call a timeout for them to score. And I think that's just being tough. It's being resilient, knowing that they can trust their skills, and maybe it didn't go that one time the way they wanted it, or maybe the next, but knowing that next one, if they pass a good ball, the setter puts the ball in play, there's gonna be a hitter ready to be in rhythm and get a kill. And I think they're learning to have confidence within each other, and I think that showed a lot tonight.
Your block performed very well tonight. Could you just talk a little bit about your growth at the net? Because it just seems like with each match, you guys are getting a little better at the net.
Yeah, I think we're changing some things that we're doing in practice, and it's helping. We're thinking about how we were training earlier in the season, and we felt like we were getting some good touches, but we weren't getting the quality stuff blocks. And we were getting touches, but maybe not the touches we wanted. So we've changed the way we're training in practice, and I think you're just seeing the benefits of that in the match. But again, it's that's a big physical team, and so that was one of those things. We're big and physical, they're big and physical. If you hit hard, you get blocked hard, and I think that happened on both sides, but thankfully it happened a little bit more on our side where we were blocking. So.
And then obviously big match looms ahead with SFA coming to town. What do you guys need to do to just be prepared mentally, physically, to play a really tough match?
Yeah, they're a really great team. Obviously they are. Year after year, we think, if we can get them out of system, we'll have some good chances to make some runs on them. At serving tough, we need to make sure that we're serve receiving on our side. But I think it's just playing our game. This is a new group that doesn't really know any rivalry. They don't really know any history of Stephen F. Austin and ACU or any of that. And so they just want to play and they want to compete. And so we're going to use that to our advantage and just attack them and be aggressive throughout the entire match.
All right, thank you so much, Coach, and congrats on the win.
Thank you, thanks.
We're here with redshirt sophomore Madison Rohr, coming off a 4-set win over Nicholls. First things first, you guys went down, you dropped the first set, but you came back with 3 really strong sets. What was your mindset in the huddle going forward, and what did you guys really try to do out on the court to turn it around?
We knew we had to compete hard and we had to trust our training, and so after that first set, we were like, we just have to get back to what we do best and trust our training, and that's what we did.
And it kind of just seemed throughout each set, you guys had a spot where they would go on a 2 or 3, 4 point run, and you always had an answer for it. When you guys are out there on the court, what is your mindset in those situations when you're giving up a few points to try and get that stop?
Yeah, in practice, we really focus on drills that put us in tough spots. So in a game, it's easy. Angela always says we want practice to be super hard, so games seem super easy, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
You had a double-double today, over 30 assists, 11 digs, and it just seemed like everything was working out there. How did you feel on the court?
I feel really good, having a lot of fun. These girls are awesome to play with, and we can't do it alone, and these are the best girls out there. So.
All right, and you have a tough test with SFA coming to town on Saturday. What do you guys need to do to prepare for that match?
You know, we're just going to get in tomorrow, practice, watch film, and do what we do best and have fun and give them a run for their money.
All right, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.